This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 48. Welcome back to Co-op Chronicles. This is episode 48. I am PintsizedGeisha, and as always, I have Blacklabel.
Hello.
And Azzilee.
Hello.
And today's episode is about
Eldritch horror.
Eldritch horror. My favorite type of horror.
Madness, myths, and monsters.
Madness, myths, and
Spooky.
monsters.
The rise of Eldritch horror in gaming. So, let's talk about it. Okay?
Is that your new catchphrase? Let's talk about. You say it all the time.
Do I always say that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Because she makes the joke of, let's talk about you and
Oh, I never even remembered saying that. Well, how was your weeks?
Okay.
Yeah?
Can't
Good?
complain.
Can't complain? Cool.
What about you, Geisha?
I'm fine.
She said Eldritch horror.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
specialty.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, so Eldritch Horror is all about the fear of the unknown, truths that are too massive, too alien, too terrifying for us to comprehend kind of stuff, you know? Unlike slasher horror, which is straight to the point. We already know what kind of fear that is, you know?
Yeah.
So,
If anything, cosmic horror should terrify you more than slasher horror.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a cosmic stuff, cosmic thing. Yeah, so it's not about the jump scares. It's about the dread and the loss of control. For example, in Soma, the fear of comes realizing you're no longer human. You're a copy of your consciousness trapped in a machine. Yeah, why do you guys think that the dread is more powerful than sudden scares when it comes to cosmic and just slasher fear?
What do you have to say?
In games, I mean.
Eldritch horror.
Eldritch horror compared to like regular feared games.
Well, Eldritch horror is all about cosmic dread, the unknown, and the powerless of humanity. Like there's something greater. There's great ones. There's gods that interfere with your life and control you and persuade you to do things.
I'm gonna cut you off real quick. I'm a little excited because this is the most you've interacted in the podcast right away before.
Oh my goodness!
So
whatever,
I'm feeling
dude.
great right now about
Whatever,
this
dude.
episode. Yeah,
And a hack and slash is just another human being trying to hack and slash you. What I mean,
you? Same? Samesies? How do
I
you?
would say samesies, yes.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone has that, like, existential fear of, like, you're just a little tiny speck in this universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think
Yeah.
it's pretty relatable, honestly.
We're
Yeah.
just a sim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when it comes to Eldritch horror, like the games, cosmic beings don't really hate us. They just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
we're
just
we're just little
we're just
specks.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Bloodborne, you're not fighting villains. You're disturbing the sleep of, what is it, babe? Cosmic beings, the moon presence,
The great ones.
The great one.
who barely even register your existence. Who don't? You're just a speck.
Well, in Bloodborne, the great ones, which are the Eldritch horror aspect of it, are using humans and humanity to do their bidding.
Nice.
Well, that's kind of what the Eldritch beings do, and
Yeah.
like the stories. We're just trying. They're using us to try and open a gate for them to come into this world.
Yep.
Yes. So, is there like a indifference in that? Is that like? Do you think that's scarier than pure evil when it comes to that type of stuff, like cosmic compared to just like pure evil? Is there an indifference in the between the two?
I think pure evil is like they're
Yep.
intentionally being bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eldritch horror, great ones. Those beings, they're
Yeah.
just like that's just them. That's just like their world. We just perceive it as bad.
Yeah.
So it's just creepier because it's like all this gross, creepy, crawly stuff, and they're like, yeah, it's life.
Yeah, it is what it is. So
You didn't let me answer.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to, because you were popping off for a second, then you kind of dwindled down. So
Because I was letting Az answer the question.
Go for it.
She's like,
Hit
I
me.
got
I'm
my
down.
answer.
I don't even remember the question. Oh, you know what? I remember the question now.
I don't even know the question, but I want to
She's got it.
answer.
She's
Yeah,
got it.
because I was gonna say that between Eldritch horror and like pure evil demon stuff, I'm still more afraid of pure evil demon stuff.
Yeah, I feel
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I
yeah.
get it. So the stories rarely end with victory in these type of situations. They usually end with like some sort of madness taking over or like a transformation. There's like one game, I forgot what it's called, but you're on like an oil rig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The,
Something
the sea
madness
of,
or
the sea of the deep or something like that.
Yeah, that's like a cosmic fear, right? That one, because it seems like at the end, I haven't played it, but I've seen clips of it, and it's like you're on an oil rig, and then all of a sudden, like, there's like this creature that's kind of taking over, and I felt like that was like a cosmic type of eldritch horror thing.
Still wakes the deep.
Still wakes the deep. Thank you for that. I'm moving my camera over because it's bothering me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so like I said, they rarely end in happiness. Like in Call of the Cthulhu. Have you seen that game?
Yeah.
It gives you multiple endings, but they all leave you broken. Do you think that it makes you more experienced, more powerful, or is it just depressing when you get these type of endings?
Can you repeat the question? I don't understand the question.
So do you think like the experience of like, let's say it's not a happy ending, okay? And it's more so, there's multiple endings in that one, and it's not a happy ending. Do you think that makes you more, I guess, I wouldn't say powerful, but like more experienced in the game, or is it just depressing to play again? Like, do you want to do it again to try to get a happy ending, even though there's probably not?
I don't think it's about playing to get a happy ending. I think it's playing to get a different experience.
Yeah.
I never play a game to get a happy ending.
True.
Yeah.
True. You're right.
Yeah. I concur.
Thanks.
You play it again to see the cutscene of the ending. That's
Yeah.
different.
Okay.
And to just appreciate it. Because the whole idea of...
Boom. That's a
Eldritch
zoom right there.
horror
So
is-
good right there. Boom. Like that, you think? Boom. My
I
bad.
think the whole idea of Eldritch horror is that, well, in regards to like H.P. Lovecraft and his writing, the characters already know that, like, humans aren't the most powerful things, and then like the end is them just realizing and understanding that this other power is coming into the world, and there's nothing they can do to stop it.
Yeah,
So-
you're pretty much like a fly.
So it's kind of just like it's fun to see the other endings.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add on that, Ms. Geisha?
No.
I was just watching Run DMC, or not Run DMC, I'm sorry, DMC, the new one on Netflix. I'm not sure if anybody has watched it yet, but I'm going to say it's not really a spoiler, or I guess it kind of is, but if you haven't watched it, just take this with a grain of salt, because like there's a point like in the cosmic universe, like something happens, and then like the people there, you kind of realize like, yeah, you're not the big dogs, like you're pretty much on the food chain type stuff, and that reminded me of like cosmic horror, like the way something happened. Yeah, it's hard to explain without being able to tell you what happened,
Yeah.
but it's something in there that happens like that. I don't know if you watched it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty good.
I heard it's good.
Yeah.
Like.
Because I'm saying like too much? I'm sorry. So what's the scariest unknown or unexplainable thing that you've encountered in a game?
What's the most? What about you?
Most
Well, I think about my answer.
scariest unknown? Honestly, watching, I guess it's that stuff isn't Eldritch horror, right? The Until Dawn stuff. I would say that's like the scariest, or Liminal Spaces is really scary, of like the unknown. Sorry for saying like again. I'm going to try to cut it down because she's bringing it up. Now it's on my mind. But the Liminal Spaces, when I think his name's IGP. He plays a lot of liminal space games, or even just Eldritch horror, and it's kind of spooky because you're the only person there. I remember he played a game where it looks like it's like a different civilization, and you're a creature and you get like different body parts and you put them in yourself. I don't know how to explain it, but
I think it's called. Is it called Parasite?
maybe.
Paris.
But
I think
it's like it's like a
Parasite.
deserted land, and there's like huge statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that stuff is.
That's not called Parasite. Though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that stuff is kind of creepy to me.
Yeah, I would agree with you, actually. I think people make liminal space games or like backrooms games because the fear isn't that you're there. The fear is that it's going on forever and you don't know where you're at in the world.
That stuff is spooky. And I guess like the back rooms is pretty freaky because you could be anywhere in the world. Is that like a SCP, backrooms? Or is that just another liminal space thing?
It's liminal space.
Yeah, where you're just anywhere and you could fall and glitch into the backrooms, which is kind of freaky. Watching some of those things. I mean, I guess that's not Eldritch horror, but that's.
You could walk into the bathroom and fall through the floor.
There was that one game where the guy was skateboarding and he did a trick and he fell and then he ended up in the backrooms. Yeah, that was insane. Beb,
do you have a fear?
do you have what's the
game
scariest
scene?
unknown or unexplainable thing you've encountered in a game?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I can't think of anything right now.
What's his name? Elden Ring, the big dude that you fought and it took you forever to kill.
It's not that he was scary and I wasn't anticipating him.
Oh,
It's
I
just
know.
that it took me forever to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't play games that kind of like play on the unknown fear.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a known thing.
Yeah. Would you guys rather face a monster you could fight or something you can't even understand?
It depends. Am I trying to kill them both?
Yeah.
Is one like physical harm and the other one's psychological harm? Because I'll take psychological harm.
Over physical?
Yeah.
I think I would take physical over psychological.
I think I take psychological. My brain is pretty like locked.
Yeah.
I'm very
You
logical.
would take psychological?
Yeah, I'm very logical.
Not me.
I can't take physical. Any kind of like
I'm dense and
that's why
stupid.
I can't watch the Saw movies because like physical pain, watching it and like having it, can't stand
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into what really Eldritch horror is. We've been it's basically we got to talk about H.P. Lovecraft, the author who's created an entire genre. He was extremely flawed. He had some issues. But his theme still influenced everything from literature to modern horror games. Lovecraft's stories suggest humans are insignificant in a vast, hostile universe. Again, called Cthulhu, the god sleeps beneath the ocean beneath the ocean, dreaming, and even that is enough to drive people insane in that game, right? Isn't he sleeping in that game, and then he's dreaming?
They're all sleeping.
I've never seen gameplay of it.
All of them are sleeping.
Are they?
Is this
Yeah.
a detective
So,
one?
I'm pretty
think
sure,
so.
based on my understanding of H.P. Lovecraft's work, Cthulhu is the guardian of the gate to where they exist, and he invades dreams to make us open up the gate for others to enter.
But in Call of Cthulhu, that's a book, right? Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And he's
That's what he wrote.
Yeah, and but in that
And
he's
sleeping.
he's
Yes,
sleeping.
They're all sleeping.
No, it's just him sleeping, and he's driving the men crazy with his dream.
Oh, you're talking about like the book?
The book.
From my
The story
I
itself.
understand that they're
Yeah.
all sleeping.
I thought he was sleeping.
Well, he is sleeping.
Yeah, but I thought he's the only one sleeping, and his dreams are just driving people crazy. Or are they sleeping to get his dreams too? I
No,
thought.
he's infecting their minds.
Yeah, but they're awake, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. But you said they're all sleeping.
The gods.
I'm fucking tired of this person right here.
The gods are sleeping.
No, but I'm saying he is sleeping,
Oh,
and it's
yes.
driving the men, like the
Yes.
people, insane.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we were on different pages.
Okay. Why do you think this idea of cosmic insignificance hits so hard in horror games? Don't jump out at once.
I'm
Don't-
burping. I'm burping.
I think it all plays on the unknown factor.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
right? We don't know what's out in space, so it's creepy. We don't know what's in the ocean, so it's creepy.
You know what was in space? Katy Perry.
Katy Perry was in space.
She was in space
for 11 minutes.
Yeah, and now it blew up, and she just ruined everything.
You know, Wendy said on X, like, can we send her back?
Oh,
I was like, damn.
no.
Wendy who?
Wendy's the restaurant.
Oh, really?
They're like, can we send her back?
Wendy's be popping off though. On
Do they?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to twist it to lock it up. Now it's not locking up. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
So much noise.
Oh, now you know how I feel sometimes.
I haven't been making noise on some of our episodes, sir.
She has.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're not.
I've been good. What my answer was gonna say is what I was gonna say for my answer is that I feel like humans have this consciousness of we are like the alpha on Earth, right?
Yeah.
We can cognitively think. We are aware of our knowledge. We're aware of our feelings and what we think. Animals, not so much. And Eldritch Horror plays on that thinking of you're wrong. There's something out there that's higher than you, that's more stronger than you, that's more aware of its actions and can use you to benefit them. Because if you think about it, what besides other humans can use another being? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we keep animals as pets, but they can't turn around and control us or manipulate us to do something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So he, also another point, he projected personal fears of death and outsiders and science into these horrific stories. The Shadow of Over Innsmouth, we did that escape room, is about racial mixing and degeneracy, problematic.
Oh,
yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft was a huge racist
He was very racist, yeah.
jerk.
And it was like extremely...
Well, not racist, because like of the times, he was just like very like anti anybody of color, which is still racism, but it's like
But at
it was
the
normal
time,
of the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Not saying
Yeah.
it's normal, but it's of the time.
He was
Yeah.
born in the 20s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he in the 20s?
And he was in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
a predominantly like
Oh, yeah, Rhode Island.
white area.
Roadhouse.
He died in 37.
Did he really? So he was young? You said, how old was
He
he?
died of like at like 40 something.
Oh, so
I
he
think.
wasn't... that's still pretty young.
47,
Oh.
I think. Hold on, let me Google
Yeah,
it.
Google. I'm pretty sure it was like right in his 40s.
But yeah, how do you think these, like, during that time, these deep-seated personal fears translate...
Oh, yeah, he was born in 1890 and died in 1937.
Jeez.
So that's 47. He died pretty young.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah,
he
in
had
Rhode
died
Island.
Of, like,
Consumption.
Yeah.
Consumption?
Consumption.
Consumption.
Tuberculosis back in the day.
Oh, like food? He was consuming food?
No.
But, like,
Tuberculosis.
how do you think that these deep-seated personal fears translates, I guess... obviously, he didn't design a game, but how do you think those
I died.
fears of his...
I lied. He died from cancer, intestinal cancer,
Oh.
specifically the small bowels. Sorry. How does the fear what?
translate into game design? Like when people make these type of games, how do you think those deep personal fears of his, which you can say all the stuff that he came up with were his personal fears.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think people use the stuff that they know about him to create game designs and stuff?
I don't necessarily think it's his fears. I think it's just his mythology in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of his fears, because all of his
True.
books center around
His stuff, right?
All of the people in his books are like impoverished people or people of color.
Mm-hmm.
Like educated people in his books are always white people of power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His fear of all the unknown, like, is shown in his writings of, like, the color from outer space, where it's like he doesn't understand space,
Yeah.
but he still wrote a book on something
still
that
wrote
is
about
space
it.
related.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like during that time,
During.
I think people don't so much as make games on his fears. I think they make games based off of the Eldritch horrors that he made.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
all of the Elder
Right.
gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Just saying, by the way, sidetracked. I asked the internet what the best game of Eldritch horror was, and it said Bloodborne was number 1. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Even though Bloodborne isn't like HP Lovecraftian, it still plays on cosmic horror, so
Yeah.
it's like the same
Yes.
genre.
Do you want to know why? It does say
No, I don't.
pure
Because I'm going to
Lovecraftian
bring it
horror.
up in the next segment, so you could talk about it then.
And Miyazaki even said that he cited Lovecraft. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So despite his racism and outdated ideas, his narrative tools, for example, unrelated narrators, truth as madness, are still used in the game. Do you guys think Lovecraft themes still matter in 2025?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that it's at least like what year did H.P. Lovecraft come out? Did Elden Ring come out? 2 years ago? 2022, 2023?
2020.
No, Elden Ring?
Yeah,
I think it was like 22.
22.
Because I remember being locked up in COVID and I was playing it.
Yeah.
But then it'd be before 22, right? Didn't it?
Well, COVID
In
started
2018?
2019.
2019?
Officially 2020 to 2023,
Oh.
I believe.
Yeah.
But anyways, 22-ish, maybe 23-ish, around 20. Let's just say 21 to 22. Elden Ring came out, and Elden Ring still has bits of Lovecraftian, like influences on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to say, the fear of the unknown, these cosmic beings, and so on and so forth. So you got to think, when was H.P. Lovecraft? H.P. Lovecraft was freaking born in 1890.
Yeah.
And it's 2021, 2023, and the games and literature are still being influenced by his work.
Yeah.
It's going to continue.
Yeah. Do you guys, so how would you approach using his mythos today as a homage? Cthulhu mythos. How would
Homage?
you? Homage, sorry.
Homage.
Homage, critique, or critique. Homage. How would you use? Never mind. Skip it.
No. Ask again.
No, I don't want to answer it. No, we're going to the next segment. Screw it. Nope. Bloodborne, Gothic to Cosmic. So, Geisha,
Hold on.
this is one of your favorite games of all time. Bloodborne.
We're searching the web. We're searching the web
No,
for an
we're not.
example. The Sinking City 2 is coming out, and that is influence on H.P.
Is that the
Lovecraft.
detective one?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
detective one. Still Wake in the Deep was influence. Look Out, Unspeak Beyond the Wall of Sleep. All of these games are still inspired
There's
by H.P.
Stygian
Lovecraft.
coming out soon.
Yes.
That
A lot of
one's
them.
literally like of the old gods.
Yep.
Okay, again,
Okay.
Geisha,
Yeah.
Bloodborne
Bloodborne.
is one of your all-time favorites.
Yep.
Your most celebrated Eldritch horror game ever made.
Yep.
What starts as a monster hunt turns into a descent into cosmic madness. The game tricks you, starting with werewolves and ending with interdimensional gods. You begin fighting Beast in Yarnum.
Yarnum.
But by mid-game, you're dealing with aliens from fucking
They're not
celestial
aliens.
emissaries.
They're the great ones. They're the gods.
Okay. When you look
They're the
at
gods.
the moon presence dude at the end, he looks like an alien
He does
being.
look like an alien being.
Did you
But he's a
feel
great
like you
one.
were slowly?
Why are you talking like that?
Because I'm
You're
just
like yelling
because
in
I'm
my ear.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little because this is your game.
Yeah.
This is my game.
Yeah. So
I should
do
bring
you-
up my book. Like, join our Patreon, $25.99 for my book that I wrote.
Oh my god. So do you feel like you're slowly going mad with the progress of the game? I'm assuming yes because you constantly farm, but do you
God, I hate farming.
feel like you're losing control? Well, I mean, in a sense, you kind of do, right? Because you see shit once you get those thingies you were telling me about.
Mhm.
Yeah. So explain to me, how do you feel when you're progressing through the game?
I do not remember how I felt the first time I played it. When I play it now, how I feel is just, I love this game. This
Do you
game is
wish you
so
could
good.
remove it all
I
so
wish
you
I
could play it for
remember,
the first time?
Yeah, I wish I could remember how I felt or play it for the first time. But at the same sense, I feel like if I played it now and not back in the day, I wouldn't have such a awe or respect for like H.P. Lovecraft and Eldritch horror. I wouldn't be so into it as I am now than I was
Yeah.
back then.
Have you played this as?
Bloodborne?
Mm-mm.
You never played it?
Bloodborne is such a
I just
good
watched
game.
Geisha play.
Everyone wants a Bloodborne remake, Sony.
Yeah.
Everyone wants one. But yeah, it's
It's
a perfect example.
But that's not answering my question. Do you feel like you're slowly losing it?
I did
as you
answer.
progress?
I said I can't remember. I can't remember how I felt when I first played it, but when I play it now, I feel like I just love this game. The only thing that drives me crazy is having to fucking farm and farm. Because I love Bloodborne. I was gonna say Elden Ring. I love Bloodborne, but sometimes I'm not that good at it. I'm not good at it where like other players can like Jack. He can freaking take down everyone within a minute. You know? I mean, I love it, but I don't love it that much.
Well,
And
no, you love it. You're just not that good.
No, I
need
think
to
there's a
farm
difference of people loving games. You love the game for the story and the ambiance.
That's
Other
true.
people love the game for the fighting ability.
Yeah, the mechanics of it. I love
Okay.
the story of it. It's
Yeah.
literally the perfect example of H.P. Lovecraft
So,
in modern day society.
what I was trying to get into it as you're losing control. I was going to talk about insight, because insight is the system where it alters your gameplay when you have, is it too much of it, right? And you start seeing the truth. You start seeing, what do they call it? Amygdalas. Amygdala creatures become more visible.
Yeah.
And after gaining all that insight and all that stuff happens, what do you think that says about the perception of horror? Is seeing more always worse?
So, one of H.P. Lovecraft's main ideas in
I just
Eldritch.
ate it up with that question.
She's about to eat it up with her answer.
I
You
hope
let
so.
her explain.
Stop interrupting me. Now I need to reprogram my brain to answer it again.
H.P. Lovecraft something.
So one of H.P. Lovecraft's main, well, maybe not main, but concepts in Eldritch horror is too much knowledge being madness, and that's what the insight represents in Bloodborne. So insight is originally from Bergenworth, right, in Bloodborne lore, and Bergenworth, they study and want to gain insight to expand their level of understanding to a higher plane.
Honey.
So when can you let me answer the damn question?
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me.
I mean, I feel like
Don't interrupt me.
You're okay.
I'm learning so much.
So shh. Now I got to think again what my point was.
Well,
my point was that in Bloodborne, the more insight you get equals the more knowledge you get, which the more insight you get, the more knowledge you get. If you have like 40 insight that you're carrying around in Bloodborne, yes, you're going to start seeing the amygdalas, which is creating your madness. So hence, H.P. Lovecraft's whole concept of too much knowledge equals madness is played out throughout in the game.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer.
Then why are you trying to interrupt
Because
me?
I was going to ask some other questions, but you're like going on, and I feel like you're answering these goddamn questions that I have in your whole freaking paragraph essay of an answer. So
that doesn't mean you should interrupt me.
Sometimes when the answer's so good, you let it go. You
I
gotta
just let her.
just
I
let
just
it
gotta let her
go.
cook.
You gotta let her cook.
You let it go and you skip that question.
You're right. I just got it. But okay. But I'm gonna
Don't
say
interrupt me.
my bad. So what moment did you realize that Bloodborne was more than just a gothic horror? Would you say someone who's never played it, or what would you say to somebody who's never played it that makes Bloodborne stand out?
It's just so good. You
Okay.
should definitely. I don't know what makes it stand out, but yeah, like you said earlier, it kind of tricks you into thinking like it's a hack and slash game that you're trying to, go against beasts and monsters and stuff like that. But then it turns into this whole Eldritch horror, H.P. Lovecraftian type of story, and it's just good. It's such a good story.
It is a great story.
It's a great story.
You know what?
Buy my book.
You should
put it out.
show them. Do you have it up here?
No, I have it
Oh,
downstairs.
you should show them.
I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna show you guys.
Well,
The book I
Okay.
made.
Well, I'll talk to
Yeah.
Az because you've been talking this whole time. So Az.
you wanted.
Yeah.
So there's like sanity meters. Those are like a big thing now. It's one of the coolest, creepiest tricks in Eldritch horror type stuff. Sanity mechanics. They not only like make the game harder, but it kind of like stimulates your mind to break down while you're playing. So have you ever seen Dark Descent?
Yeah.
Amnesia.
Yeah.
So your screen starts blurring.
Yeah.
The sound starts
You're like,
making.
the sound.
It starts
hear.
warping, and like if you stay in the darkness longer, you start seeing or like looking at monsters. It happens when you start seeing all that stuff. So do you think mechanics like this help players feel what the character is actually feeling in that moment?
Yeah, I think it adds like a perspective for you to see your player. So it kind of puts you in the mindset of like, oh, you're losing your mind.
Yeah.
I like that. Because like in the board game or in the like tabletop game of Call of Cthulhu, there's like madness. So like any kind of like Cthulhu or H.P. Lovecraft kind of cosmic horror game has like a madness idea or concept added to the game because it puts you in the world.
It does.
So like you have to play a character who's going mad now.
Yeah.
And I think it really gets you into the game.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. Before you show it, make sure you don't show your personal information.
I know. I was waiting for you to give me the nod. Like, okay, go ahead, show it.
You just put a sticky note over it.
I know, right?
But let me while you do that, I'm gonna keep following up questions with Az.
The little one made me a sticky note flower.
That's really cute.
Oh,
They're very
so
handy.
some games actively mess with your screen, making you think it's breathing. Eternal Darkness pretends that your TV is muted.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of this game? It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
When was it out?
I don't have the exact dates,
okay,
but and then it seems like your save file is deleted or bugs crawl on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, it messes with your mind a lot. So so do you think a fourth wall horrors or fourth wall breaks like in the games make horror more personal?
Yeah, that's cool. Because now it's like it's affecting your gaming setup.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's immersive.
Very, very immersive.
I like that.
Have you ever played a game that made you question if your console... Well, I guess you were talking about Doki Doki, right? Yeah. For some reason, that clip on YouTube or Instagram, or one of them, I think it might have been TikTok, one of them, they got like... It blew up in like a day. It got like 2,000 views.
You talk about Doki Doki Literature Club, it's about to pop off.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that game? Because it's like
I don't know that game.
the idea of like
It looks like a chibi fun game, but it's
like,
a dark game.
You know,
We were
like
talking
the
about
Japanese
it.
concept of like yanderes or yanderes. Oh
No.
never mind. You know the concept of like
How she
yandere.
just turns away from me.
No.
She just turns her whole back like, never mind, peasant.
No, Cub Scouts played yandere stuff. It's like where the girl's like obsessed with you and she kills
Oh.
you with
She's
a
like
knife.
sweet, and then she turns psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you, go ahead. Show your.
No, let us finish her
or,
Doki Doki.
Okay. No, she
Oh
did.
yeah, I was done. I was like, if you talk about Doki Doki Literature Club.
Can you save me some? Dang.
No.
You should have got one.
You didn't talk to me.
Yeah, because you were being rude. Anyways, here's my book that I wrote. I had to write something for my technical writing class,
Yeah.
and I published it. Echoes of Yarnum, a deep dive into Bloodborne's lore.
It's actually really nice.
It's very cool.
Like, look, guys. Introduction, the great ones, and the blood, part 1.
The pictures are really nice too.
Well, the pictures are cited. They're from the actual Sony Bloodborne art book.
Okay.
But they're cited in there. This is only for educational purposes only. But look, it's so beautiful.
It is very nice.
$29.99.
Did you just say 25? It's changing a lot.
Well, because it costs $25 just to print it.
$32.99.
It costs $25 to print it from Canva. Anyways, but anyways, I wanted to show this
a
one.
bulk discount.
Yeah, see, like the Forbidden Blood. This is the original
Go down a
artwork
little
of
There you go.
of Queen Annalise. And by the way, I love Bloodborne so much. I named my daughter after this character. Her name is Annalise. But
If
this
this
character.
doesn't show her compassion and love for this game, I don't know what does.
Yeah. So,
Just saying.
yeah.
Message me on Instagram. I'll print you one. $29.99.
Oh my God! Stop. So I was gonna say like the forbidden knowledge and stuff, read at your own risk type thing. I don't know if we have enough. I guess we have enough time.
What forbidden knowledge?
Well, forbidden knowledge, read at your own risk. In most stories, knowledge is power, but in Eldritch horror, it's a trap. So we'll talk about, I guess, how pursuing truth becomes a descent into madness.
That's what I was saying. One of his
please
concepts
stop.
is
I am
knowledge being madness.
I am the host talking to you.
Technically, we're all co-hosts.
I mean, we are. I'm the one that's coming up with the writing right now.
Yeah, and you wanted an episode where we were going to be engaged, and I'm engaging, and now you're cutting me off.
I
Sir.
don't like this.
Yeah, TBH. I can add my input, but I'm really just here for Geisha's input.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. So
Play Bloodborne. It's so good. You have to have a PlayStation, though.
would you guys rather have a bad ending with knowledge or a safe ending by staying ignorant to what's going on around you?
I want to know everything.
Yeah, boo safe endings.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to
You'd rather
know
know?
everything.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of Silent Hill.
It's like movies when you get that ending where you're like, but nothing is resolved. I don't know anything. I hate that.
I hate that. I hate when anything, a game, a movie, a story, a book, leaves the ending open for interpretation. It drives me absolutely
There's no interpretation.
insane.
It's your game. Tell me what to
Exactly.
feel.
Tell me
Yeah.
how it ends. How do you want this to end? I hate when it's just, oh, you interpret your ending how you want it. They can have a happy ending. They can have a sad ending. No, Biznatchy, tell me what happens.
It reminds me of so Silent Hill 2. It's old game. If you have not even
Spoiler.
Yeah, it's spoiler. If you don't want to hear this,
I can't
you
remember.
mute
Haven't played this
part.
old game.
If you have not played Silent Hill, which is a Silent Hill 2, which is an old game, they made the remake.
I can't remember what happened at the end
So
of it.
please, at least mute this for like 5
Mute
minutes
it.
or like 2 minutes. I don't care.
We'll give you like a thumbs up.
We'll
in
give
the
you a
video
thumbs up once
when you can unmute.
Yeah. So, again, with the not knowing stuff, it reminds me of an ending on there where he starts in the car in a parking lot, and in the back of the car, there's something that you can't see. In one of the endings, you find out what's in the back of the car is the person that he was trying to look for the whole time.
Yeah.
He killed her.
Yeah.
And she's in the back of his
Now
car.
I remember.
So it kind of that would be like a bad ending with knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what that
like
reminds me of.
Like
That's
a
not
sad
bad, Yeah,
ending.
sad ending.
Yeah, like a
sad ending.
Yeah, like not a safe, happy ending. It's
Yeah.
more of like this motherfucker's a monster.
But but you get resolution. Now
Yeah.
you know who that was.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up. Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
you get the beginning, the middle, and how it ended in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
ending.
But
You
you
know
know,
exactly
stories,
what happened.
Stories aren't always told in chronological order, so it's like I at
Yeah.
least get a satisfying understanding of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do like the endings where it's like it connects everything
Yeah.
back to the beginning, back to the middle, back to like every little detail that you thought was insignificant. It's like, oh my god, if I paid attention, I would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some monsters. Okay.
Okay.
They're designed to be unknowable,
Yes.
defining laws of biology.
I wanted to. You brought up the moon presence. This was the original artwork for it.
I just put it on the camera so I can see.
It's pretty.
Oh.
This was the.
It looks like a
original.
jellyfish.
It kinda
Well, you
does.
got to think
Or like
this
a flower.
white. This white is just the moon behind it.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's like.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Or like it's cloak.
I definitely thought it was a flower at first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this is the moon behind it. It looks like a bat with a face.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was I saying? Monsters, right?
Monsters.
The horror lies in the forms, their meanings, and the facts that they hide, or that's behind whatever their whole situation is. So they're designed to be unknowable, often defying the laws of biology. The brain menses in Bloodborne is a twitching mass of optic nerves and psychic weight. It doesn't even move, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it just oppresses people.
Yep. It just kind of sits there.
Yeah. So, do you think those type of monsters that are vague are more, I guess, scarier than monsters that like werewolves that you could just beat up? Are strange monsters more frightening than traditional horror monsters?
I would say yes, just because there's no like plastic on the back. Oh, there it is. I would say yes, just because I don't know what they can do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
do they have psychic ability to like turn my brain into mush and come out my eyeballs?
Yeah.
That would be scary.
I agree. That is terrifying. Yeah, just like because they have powers that are unimaginable to us, probably.
Yeah.
So, what's the most nightmarish monster that you've seen in a game? There's a bunch. There's like ones with meanings, like Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
He's not like terrifying, but his meaning is pretty scary.
Yeah, there's a lot in Silent Hill that are pretty meaning, scary, heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That game is a whole, like...
That's a whole
Mind
Yeah, that's a whole psychotic.
I don't think Silent Hill should count.
Yeah.
Because that's
Silent-
all just like his... It's just his mental... Like
Yeah,
his,
Yeah.
Silent. I don't know if Silent Hill is more Eldritch horror or more
think
like
it's just
psychological.
It's a psychological.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's-
psychological horror.
There's nothing cosmic
Yeah,
about
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just using that as like comparisons.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what
Well, you can do Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a little bit about gods and
yeah.
the unknown.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about something that Azzilee likes. She talks about fucking aliens. Or she...
Oh, this
So
is
there's-
a great segue.
Yeah, so
Thank
there's...
you for entering.
Yeah.
Quick side view. My friend recently sent me a video about aliens
Oh, God.
because there was a sighting in Brazil. It was this whole town who had like facts that could back each other up. It was in 1997, so it was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it was this whole documentary. It's fascinating. I can send it to you guys if you want.
No, I'm
It's
good.
really good. It's like there's videos of like things flying down and like floating through the city. It's crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
Some
That-
people believe that aliens came and built the pyramids, and underneath the pyramids there's like a spaceship.
Probably.
Did you know that they actually just uncovered that beneath the pyramids are actually
Catacombs?
columns and what they assume to be staircases that lead down into like a tunnel thing?
Yeah, I believe it.
No, it's they just found it out using like sonar. Or something
Oh,
like that.
that's pretty interesting, guys.
We're getting sidetracked. Oh my God, stop.
No, that's not even it. It's just
Stop.
like...
It's aliens.
It's
He's just
aliens.
like, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh no. Although another segue, there's like something I watched a video a while ago. I think Geisha watched it with me. Where it was like on Nuke's Top 5 or something, and it was like in Mexico or somewhere down somewhere like a Hispanic area, and it was they talked about witches on brooms flying around. Yeah. Do you remember that one, babe, or no?
No.
And they were like flying around on brooms and stuff. I don't know. You just type like witches on brooms in Mexico or something.
love
It was a
that.
crazy thing. Anyways, let's get back to the alien logic. When reality breaks, I mean, if witches on brooms flying around doesn't... yeah, never mind. So Eldritch horror thrives on confusion. These games bend reality, break rules, and leave you questioning everything. So the world starts bending in possible ways. Like in Anatomy, it's a game. The house layout changes every time you return. Rooms twist, doors vanish, and audio tapes become increasingly disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to your immersion when a game refuses to make actual sense? Like when it starts like breaking logical sense. How do you start? Because Geisha is a very logical person. When games start making no sense, it's probably gonna make you crazy, right?
I love it more.
I don't. It doesn't make me crazy. It just makes me want to look into the lore more. Like Bloodborne, Elden Ring, they don't really tell you what's going on in the lore, and they don't really explain everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember, I'm not gonna say a spoiler, but I remember later on in Elden Ring, you find out something, and you're like, "What the fuck is that mean?" Like I don't understand. You know, the statue thing. We'll call it the statue thing.
Oh,
And,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like in my brain as a mystery, and I want to solve it. So then I just watch Vati Vidya. He's the
makes
best in all like
lore videos.
lore videos
Yeah.
for Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and stuff like that. But it just makes me want to dive deeper and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's just talk about some indie. I don't know why I said indie Eldritch. Do you know any indie games as like small studio, big nightmares type games?
Nothing that's like appropriate.
No, nothing that's appropriate. There's so World of Horror uses old school 1-bit art, but it terrifies through text and uncanny visuals. Do you guys think that type of low, I guess like the old school 8-bit video type stuff, do you think that makes things more horrific in a way, like the low fidelity. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I like, yeah. I
get what you're saying.
There's this game, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a point and click adventure game.
Uh-huh.
And it's an 8-bit, and it has like...
Is that when you're in the house?
Cosmic... I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember what the name of it is.
I'm like, I think I know what you're talking about.
It kind of plays on... But I think it's creepy because it's like not in crisp visuals.
Uh-huh.
So it's even creepier because I'm like, ooh, I don't know what anything looks like right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys... What is that one... It's like called is it analog horror? Have you seen that stuff? Yeah. That shit's crazy.
Maybe that's what it is.
Would you call that cosmic horror, or is that more so something else? That's more like mental.
I think it's more mental.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Like psychological type stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should do one on those. Those freak me out.
Have you played them?
No.
You watched them though, right?
I've watched them,
okay.
but I haven't necessarily played them.
Don't let this person in your house. They may look like a human, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a call, and he's like, "Hey, come here." He's like, his door's shut.
That's
and he's
creepy.
like, "Dude, I'm hearing you in the other room." He's like, "Come here." It's like, no.
No, thank you.
And he's like on the phone with that person right now. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I guess I'll skip the indie stuff. So sometimes you're not fighting against madness. You are the madness. You become a part of darkness by choice. For example, Bloodborne. I feel, if I'm not mistaken, if you consume 3 umbilical cords, you summon and fight the moon present and become...
Spoiler.
Something. You become something.
Spoiler alert.
It's fucking 2000. I'm sorry.
A lot of people haven't played Bloodborne because it's only on PlayStation.
Well, I will not... Okay, I'm not going to say what you become, but it's... Yeah.
Yes. Can you guys tell us what an appropriate amount of time is that we can talk about games? What's a
fucking... Do I need to give it a 10-year period? Do I need to give it 5-year, 20-year?
It's probably been 10 years for Bloodborne,
That's
to be honest.
But
like I said,
that's like
it's
a long time.
PlayStation exclusive game. So
Man,
not a lot of people have played
watching if you're listening to the podcast, I know damn well you're watching people play it on YouTube and watching people play stuff on Twitch. Please, for the love of God, if you're listening, give me a time frame. That one guy said I spoiled Cyberpunk for him.
That was a newish game you said.
Yeah, I guess Cyberpunk was like 2000 something, 20, right? So that's fair. That's fair. But when it comes to like Bloodborne, like a 10-year game, you gotta let me know, man. You guys gotta let me know the time period where I can start talking about games.
We don't know.
But spoiler alert, you become the great one.
You become
a great one.
You become a new baby great one.
A new baby great one. Yes.
It looks like a slug.
So tell me, Beb, when you got that ending, did you feel empowered, or were you like, I don't know how I feel about this?
Again, it's a Miyazaki game, and he likes to leave his endings up for interpretation. So the ending is literally like
based on
the
you,
doll,
though, right?
The doll holding a great one, and then that's it. And you look like a slug.
So is that
baby
so that's you?
That's
you that she's
feel?
Yeah, but what do you feel? Do you feel empowered or horrified? That's the choice you made.
I don't know, because a part of me is like, I feel empowered because I turned into a great one. But what if another hunter comes and kills us all?
There's no hunter better than you, babe.
That's true.
You're a grinder.
That's true.
You farm.
Immediately, that's true.
That's true.
So true endings may reveal you're the real villain, you know?
Yeah. Everybody knows I love a good villain
I don't think it's you become a villain. I think it's you start to understand the world to the point where you are greater than the entity that's trying to dissolve.
Yeah. Well, okay, so in Bloodborne, when you become the Great One, it's because your mind and your knowledge has surpassed that level of cognitive thinking. And you've moved up into a higher plane, into like the Great One's plane, and you become a god because your knowledge has exceeded this level, this plane, this dimension.
I'm happy. I'm watching you over there just thrive, just talking.
I love Bloodborne.
Just talking, because normally you're not talking.
Because I'm a gamer, but I'm kind of like a noob. I don't play a lot of different games.
Yeah, you just like your one game and you play it. So,
yeah.
Go ahead. Were you gonna say
I was going to say, if you guys love this geisha engagement, just wait till we talk about The Sims eventually.
The Sims.
Yeah, we'll probably be talking about that soon. So I want to talk about so there's this game called Cat Lady.
Cat Lady.
It came out in 2012.
Can we talk about it, guys?
Can we talk about it? It's like
Let's
15.
talk about
It's
it.
15 years old. Come on, guys.
15.
So the Cat Lady follows Susan Ashworth, a lonely 40-year-old lady on the verge of stuff,
Oh.
and she's like, you're playing as her, and your curiosity during the game reopens old traumas, looping the player through cycles of emotional torment. Is it worse when you're willingly causing suffering to the character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
Sim player.
Sim player. Yeah. You were that person I was talking about the other day.
Yep.
It's
got-
awful.
yeah.
To be the powerful god
Please
that's
stop over there.
running your character's life, and then you're just intentionally causing them pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Says something about your morals.
Look, I wanted a graveyard in my house, so I needed headstones in my Sims. So,
Mm-hmm. So let's go
can't
back.
steal them.
So we've been fucking talking about,
No grave robbing in The Sims. That's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
we've been talking about Bloodborne. We might as well just keep talking about it. So the pinnacle of cosmic horror.
Pinnacle of cosmic eldritch horror gaming is Bloodborne.
So we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it. It's basically a Bloodborne freaking episode.
Yep.
It's arguably the most complete realization of eldritch horror in a game.
Yep.
Okay. So Bloodborne starts, as I said, as a gothic horror, but it shifts into a cosmic horror.
Yep.
You begin fighting plague-infected townsfolk,
Yep.
beasts,
Yep.
eventually becoming face-to-face with, what's the Ereberitis?
Erbidus. Erbis.
Ebritus?
Stop. I can't say it.
Ricka.
It's EBRIET.
Erbis.
Erebritus. Entities that barely acknowledge your existence. So
I don't know what you're trying to say.
it's the name Erebritus. Erebritus.
Airbnb.
So again, does this kind of
I
like
thought you were trying to say Herberus, the actual great one.
No. Is EBRIETAS. It's a great one. Erebritus.
You say it so funny.
Am I saying it wrong?
It just sounds funny.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Erebritus.
Herbertus?
Yeah, the daughter of Cosmos.
Yeah, the daughter of Cosmos. I have
Erebritus.
Herberus.
I'm continuing on with this.
Wait, I have a picture of her in here.
Okay, thank you for
Right here.
share
You
it.
told her to get the book.
You told me.
Yeah, show me the picture.
Herbitus.
Show the picture.
This is her.
Oh, she looking like a
See her
snack.
head?
I knew you were gonna say.
She looking like a goddamn main horse over there. Looking like a slug on the bottom with a lot of tentacles. Goddamn.
See, this
That's
is what
her.
I meant by indie games with inappropriate eldritch horror.
You know,
themes.
you guys know who Papa Meat is?
No.
No.
Goddamn. Look at all that meat.
Oh my God.
damn.
Stop.
Cricket.
You don't know who Papa Meat is?
No.
That sound?
He
Sounds
makes
familiar?
comics and stuff, and he's like, it's like he made a comic. It was like a Looney Tune comic. Oh, it got taken down or
I
copyright.
can see why.
Yeah, but it was good, and they got it re-uploaded. But it was like one of his biggest ones, and it was like Bugs Bunny talking about something. Oh, it was like LeBron James, and he's like, "Look at all that goddamn meat."
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it
Stop.
sounds just like that. I should be Papa Meat. What's up? Let me be Let me be a voice actor in one of
Stop
your
it.
stuff. God damn.
Can we push
Continue?
past this?
Continue.
Thank you.
Okay. So does this bait and switch with fighting such and such and going on to another thing make the game more engaging because it's like, oh goddamn, or do you think it's a little more confusing for newer players?
It's definitely really confusing for newer players. Look, I even made a map, a connection map.
Oh my god, that map is
Connection
crazy.
map.
Look at that map. That is crazy.
That's how all the
It looks
not
like a-
everyone, but the main baseline story
It's
and how everyone is
hieroglyphic.
connected.
It's like some hieroglyphic stuff right there. Yeah. So you think it's a little more confusing?
It's
Would you think
Bloodborne
that's
is
more
very confusing.
confusing for you?
Well, I don't
It's very
think.
confusing.
Well, I think there's a specific group of people it's aimed for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super casual players aren't going to play it already.
Because it's hard. It's
mean-
really
Yeah.
hard too. You got to think it's a
gameplay
FromSoftware game too.
Story-wise, it's very confusing. So I'm pretty sure it's not for like baby gamers.
I don't know. I was never into that stuff, and then when I watched her play and I watched other people play, it kind of got me.
Yeah, but would you play it?
Yeah.
Is the point.
I would play it. I would play that game.
I think
If
it's
I had a
just-
PlayStation.
It just depends on the person.
But we all know Xbox over PlayStation. So
Anyways,
I'm real sorry, but I agree.
Yeah.
PlayStation will always be better because
I
of
just
Bloodborne.
love Halo.
So
I can't abandon them.
So we're going to talk about some FromSoft's ongoing Lovecraft obsession, because you mentioned it earlier.
More of Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Didn't Miyazaki work on Elden Ring too? I think he did all of them.
He's like the FromSoftware
Yeah,
guy.
I think he left.
Are you
I
sure?
think he left from
I'm pretty-
software.
Are you sure you're not getting that
Let me
mistaken with me
see.
talking about Konami and the other guy last time?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me Google it.
You know, do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. Well, Bloodborne might be the poster child for cosmic horror in games, but FromSoftware obsession with decay, madness, and unknowable gods stretches across their catalog. Their worlds are always on the brink of collapse. Like, there's always something going on with some sort of with some sort of ancient. I was thinking of Schedule 1 with some sort of
Yeah,
drip.
he left from software.
Because they sold
that's
it.
not Miyazaki. That's Yuka Katamura.
Oh, okay. So driven by ancient abstract gods, such as Elden Ring, the outer gods influence factions through madness, rot, the frenzied flame. Elden Ring's insane. You got to go watch the lore. Body Vidya?
Vati.
Yeah, Bati. Watch that stuff.
Vati.
If you're into like lore.
Shout out Vati. Shout us out back.
So, so do you think vague godlike forces add tension, or again, is it confusing?
Both.
Both.
I think it'd be both.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
So
Because the lore is so deep, so you have to dig deep to find answers sometimes.
yeah, no, 100%.
But I think it adds to the story.
Yeah.
So, like, the player transformation is a common thread. You become something other by the end. Dark Souls ends with, man, I all the stuff I want to say, I don't know if I can spoil it for people that have never played these games. But I feel if you're a gamer, you'll just let me say what I need to say. No?
This doesn't work
Spoiler.
that way, unfortunately.
Fine, I won't say it. But it ends with, like, a prolonged thing. And, like, those endings are very tragic. See, I can't even answer. I can't even go on with my stuff because now I feel bad. So I can't even talk about a spoiler. Whatever. Which FromSoft game besides Bloodborne felt the most unsettling or surreal to you guys?
Well, I've only ever played Elden Ring and Bloodborne.
But
so
we've watched like Dark Souls by
I
Jack.
wasn't really paying attention. To
No?
be honest.
I don't think Dark Souls is like as deep and
It's not.
like story. The story is not like as captivating. I think.
I think Elden Ring
As
is by
Bloodborne.
far the most lore because it's just such a big game.
Yeah, Elden Ring
huge.
has way more lore and way more characters, and like connection maps would be huge.
Yeah.
And like
Even like
confusing.
the butterflies descriptions have a meaning.
Yeah, Elden Ring is very vast, and the lore of Bloodborne is very linear. It's already mapped. If you pay attention and you read the item descriptions and the characters, Bloodborne's lore is very like linear, and this is the lore. Elden Ring, it's like there's no definitive answer that this is correct or not.
Yeah, you're basically
Guessing.
Yeah, and then once you beat the game multiple times, you're like, man, I still don't know what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on. Let me watch a video.
Yeah, I didn't understand it until I watched Bati, and I was like, I'm
I-
still
yeah.
so confused, even with you explaining it to me.
I had over 240 hours in the first 2 weeks when that game came out. Yep, and I still didn't know a damn thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was such a good game. I mean, it still is, but
Fascinating.
do you think FromSoft will ever return to a full cosmic horror game, or do you think they've moved on?
I think they made their peace with it, and
Yeah.
I think that's their staple. They started what was first, Demon Souls or Dark Souls? I think Dark Souls was first, and then Demon Souls, and then Bloodborne, and then Elden Ring.
No, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3.
I'm just
That's
doing it
the
as together.
series.
Yeah,
okay,
the
okay.
series. Oh, Sekiro.
Sekiro, yes.
I didn't play Sekiro, so I don't know
that
the
game's
lore.
pretty dope, too.
Yeah, I don't know the lore of Sekiro, but I think it's like their signature. It might not be as immersive as like Bloodborne is, but I think that it will have some sort of tidbits in
Yeah.
other games, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not so as in depth. Bloodborne is by far the most in-depth Eldritch horror H.P. Lovecraftian.
So, yeah, I mean, I was going to talk about tabletops, but I won't. But I will say that Vic mentioned to us that there's like a Call of Cthulhu tabletop game or something like that.
There's a Bloodborne tabletop too.
Yeah.
I want it just for the figurines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go straight to the ending. We'll just go to the final, because it's already been an hour.
it's the final countdown.
So,
The
so,
final girls. We're the final girls.
We are, yeah.
so the future of Eldritch horror in gaming. Eldritch horror has gone from, is it niche to
Niche. A niche?
niche to mainstream. So what's next? Do you guys think, are we gonna get the golden age of cosmic horror, or do you guys think that it's gonna be for those select few?
I think it's still going to be for those select few.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, H.P. Lovecraft and like cosmic horror is a little underappreciated and really hard to figure out, right? And really hard to kind of wrap your head around in depth.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think it's hard for developers to make good Eldritch horror games.
Yeah,
'cause,
that too.
like, we'll see what happens with the new game Stygian coming out. Maybe that'll be good.
Same with the Dusk. Was it Duskborn? For
Yeah.
that, see how that works
Yeah,
out for
we'll
the
see
new
how those come
Bloodborne.
out, 'cause those the Stygian game at least is like.
I don't even
on
know what that
the
is,
great-
so I'm gonna
the
look it up
great
after
old
this.
Ones. And like cosmic horror stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So we'll see if that can bring back the genre to games.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think people just kind of make fun,
Yeah.
inappropriate games based on it, just because the tentacles.
Yeah. Again, from Unknowable Gods, I mentioned the sanity meters to Bloodborne, board games, future of horror in general. You know, thanks again for listening to us talk about the madness, myths, and monsters stuff. Keep grinding those. Did you want to add anything else? You're over there typing.
Oh, I was just looking at like what modern day Eldritch horror books are out there, you know.
Actually, let me ask a question before I end up. What would your dream Eldritch horror game look like for you two?
Bloodborne.
Oh my god, your own dream Eldritch horror game.
I don't know. I can't think of. I
I
can't
could-
top Bloodborne.
Man, I could just think of like just being locked in a city of just people losing their mind, and it's always dark, red skies, just madness. Like the what is it, that Cthulhu game with the detective? That's like the perfect
The
Eldritch
Sinking
horror.
City.
Yeah, that stuff looks crazy to me.
You
I'm about to
just-
rewatch it again. It was pretty insane.
That's where you got your idea from. The Sinking City.
That's exactly what
Oh,
it is.
oh, well, fuck.
It already exists.
It's already existed.
That's what it is right there, guys. I'm a genius. You heard it here first.
I think they said that they're coming out with a 2. Which
They
I'm
are.
surprised because I feel like Sinking City 1 did not do that great. I mean, the trailer looked crisp, right? The trailer looked phenomenal. But then you watch the gameplay and I'm just like, damn, this kind of is a little boring.
Yeah, but it's more of like a
It's a detective.
psychological thing.
Yeah.
I wish they
don't
would make
know.
more detective cosmic horror-esque
Yeah.
games.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But
Instead of hack and slash.
Yeah. But I think that you have to do it very very well, because like Sinking City to me was just, it was too slow, too boring, too
Well,
like
you're a hack
I'm
and slash
running
person.
back and forth. But Professor Layton, great like story puzzle detective game, right? Where
Never
it's-
heard of this.
I love Professor Layton. It was the Nintendo
DS.
DS, the one that like closes and it opens up.
Uh-huh.
I had a pink one.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Professor Layton.
Okay.
He was like he was a detective, and you solved mysteries and stuff, but like you did it through puzzles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would yours be like as?
I want a more detective-esque
yeah.
cosmic horror
Okay,
kind of
okay.
game.
Let's look
Respect.
I
respect.
like
Professor Layton.
detective games.
Yeah.
Like things that require thinking instead of fighting.
Oh, look
at
I like
Cutie.
games like that.
Yeah.
See, look, this is Professor Layton. Look how cute he is. Oh, maybe there's some on the Switch. Hold on.
Okay.
See, look at
well.
him.
Oh.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. Little person.
There's Professor Layton, and you gotta like do puzzles and stuff.
That's cute.
Oh,
okay.
I do know what
I
that
don't know that,
is.
but I'll look it up after this.
So, look.
That's
Puzzles.
Eldritch horror.
It's not necessarily Eldritch horror, but I was just
Oh.
giving an
I was like, it
example.
looks very steampunk.
Yeah, it's very steampunk, but you were saying like, what was I going
Detective?
Like
Like
detective,
puzzles?
yeah.
Gotcha.
Detective games need to be like kind of crisper than
Yeah.
kind of Sinking
Yeah.
City. Sinking City was too open to be a detective game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, babe,
Mm.
keep grinding those levels and finishing those side quests.
God, you
Until
telling
next
me.
time.
Baldur's Gate wiped.
Give
Again.
a hand to our great geisha for participating
Participating the
the most
most she's ever done.
And if you want to enjoy her book, just reach out to her.
Yeah, message her.
Yeah,
For real.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can mass production it.
She'll be happy to
you
share
could.
little tidbits of it.
I don't know if I can. It says for educational purposes only.
Yeah, they want to be educated.
Educational purposes only.
No.
Everything's cited though. Okay.
Oh my
You
God.
can't sue me. It's all cited.
As always, this has been Co-op Chronicles with PintsizedGeisha, Blacklabel, and me, Azzilee.
Did you just wink at the camera?
I don't know. Did I? Bye. I didn't mean to.
Saucy.
We gather round the mic, tales of knights and dice, gaming worlds collide, hobbies come alive. Azzilee and Geisha chat, Black Label's where it's at. Movies and stories told, secrets to unfold. Co-op Chronicles.